Hello, everyone. We are Group 2 presenting our Bike Rental Shop Database and Power BI report for the Haskayne School of Business, BTMA 631 class. Presenting today, we will have Jesse Toth, Marcelo Reyno, Tare Bozimo, Travis Luer, and myself, Tyler Friesen. Up first, we will walk you through our database, how it was developed, and how we structured it. So as you can see here, we have 5 fact tables and various dimensional tables. In using the star schema specified, we ensured that our data is denormalized. We also ensured that we used conform dimensions, as some of our fact tables share some dimensions. If we take a look now at our data source slide, we can see from this, we actually ended up using an R script to extract a lot of our data with some automated data cleaning as well as some random data generation. So as you can see here, some of the final data was created by hand because even though it would have been very rewarding to use R, it allowed us to save a phenomenal amount of time. So this code, the way that it's set up right now, it allows us to easily update and reconfigure our database as the new bike data comes out, which is a significant highlight to our method. Additionally, as one of the limitations, the manual data cleaning and manipulation does result in us having to put in that extra effort for each new iteration. So after agreeing on this data together as a group, we then uploaded it for use in our Power BI report. Now we'll have Marcelo walk through our survey module.
Thanks, Tyler. So survey module shows all the survey's rating data. So this is to guide managers through the surveys and get good insights on and how to act on improve the rating for each store. And that's what we can see here on the left side. And also get some insight on the ratings based on the gender and user type. One cool functionality we have in this module is that you can explore the comments around one specific store. So by using the drill through, you can select one store and check what those comments were. So here we plotted a word cloud so you can see how often each word is populating in the comments, and you can also get the same sort of count in this histogram on the right side. It's also worth mentioning that we have the total count of surveys as well as the percentage of surveys that had a comment in it. So now I'll go back to home so we can present the next module, maintenance.
Thanks, Marcelo. Turning now to the maintenance module, you will see that there are some critical maintenance details that would help management better understand the maintenance of the bikes that Power Bicycle owns. So if you take a look at the bottom left, there is a histogram of the time to repair. This is something that would allow management to understand outlier repair projects. On the bottom right, you will see that there is a count of maintenance jobs by day of the week. It's worth noting that Monday is the busiest day as maintenance does not occur over the weekends. There are some critical maintenance highlights across the top, including the number of jobs, total maintenance costs, and the average maintenance cost per job. Now, turning to the top left pie chart, we're able to see maintenance issues by problem type. So if we were to click on chain, we can drill down to our mechanic details. You'll see that we're filtered for the chain problem type, and we can see the number of jobs for this problem type by the mechanic, the average time to repair for each mechanic, and the average cost to repair for each mechanic. So you can note that some mechanics are better than others. They're able to, on average, get through jobs quicker and cheaper than others. So now I'll pass it along to Travis, who will run through our stores module.
Thank you, Jesse. So in our stores module, we wanted to present data to the managers on a store format for their individual locations. So on our left-hand side, we see a map laid out with the 4 pinpointed stores. The size of the points are determined by the frequency of transactions at each location. In the top right, we see several quadrants sized in proportion to the number of issues with bikes at each location. Then we see surveys received by location just underneath that in the form of a pie chart. And finally, in the bottom right corner, we see the transactional revenue by location. Another cool feature, if we click any of the graphs, stores, we can drill down and get the raw details about that store. The reason we chose a raw numerical format for this data was because this is going to be displayed to the managers, and this is a little more quantitative, so they can use it to more than just visualize, but they can use it for calculations themselves if need be. So next, I'm going to pass off to Tare, who will speak about the customer module.
Thanks, Travis. So in the customer module, we looked to present visualizations centered on the customer. So we have the retail value by store and gender, retail value by gender and age, customer age versus average rent duration, and the average rent duration by gender. And an insight that some of these visualizations can give us, like the average rent duration by gender, is that on average, we can see that females rent bikes slightly longer than the other two groups, males and the other gender. So if we click on any of the genders up there in that graph, and we can drill down to see some more detail in there. So we can see that there's a fairly even distribution around the bike type preference and the bike color preference by males. So roughly about the same for both the bike type and the bike color. And if we can go back now, and then I'll pass it on to Marcelo to go into the weather visualization.
Yeah, thanks, Dart. So it's our last module here. We have the weather. So in this particular weather, we are analyzing the month of June. So this is to give management a feel of how the temperature in that month was like. We can also see how many days rained in that specific month. Here on the right side, we have two correlation, one about how the temperature is impacting the total bikes rented in this given month. And the bottom one here, we have how the weather impacted duration. Back to the rainy days here, we also have a chart here in the bottom that represents that daily average rented bike and how the rainy day or sunny day affected it. And we can also drill through to see how the customer profile was like in the rainy day. So if by clicking the rain yes here, we can drill through and check the profile of the customer in a rainy day. So as we can see, male rented more bikes than the other two genders, but female rented, when they rented for a longer period of time. So now we're going back to the menu for our conclusions.
Thank you, Marcelo. So as you can see, our Power BI report was set up with a good deal of planning and focus on the end user. Our individual modules are interlinked and provide drill-through functionality as well as purposeful user interface functionality. We wanted to do more than provide a dump of bike shop data. We wanted users to be able to explore it and have unique insights and trends pop out at them. It is a significant challenge to simply represent complicated data, and we believe that this is a core highlight of our report. While there are some limitations to our report, such as the manual data requirements and data wrangling that we mentioned earlier, we believe that these can be easily resolved in a future iteration, along with diving deeper and gathering more data from the bike shops in order to provide even more insights. We'd love to hear your feedback and ideas for our next project, but that's it for now. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.